Check and see.
Hello? Oh,
Hello? There you go.
yeah, that's loud enough.
Okay, let's call this meeting of the Sunnyside City Council to order at 6 p.m. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. We'll get started with a roll call. For the record, all members of council is here. Councilor Chavez is with us via Zoom, and all staff is also present, for the exception of Chief Holbrick, which is he's out on training. So let's get going with the agenda approval. Council, got a chance to see the agenda? Any changes that you see that we need to make?
Go ahead.
I think that we need a table, item. Oh, could we I move to table, the city council rules of procedure and amendment to the next council meeting, since we are gonna have a switch in committees and subcommittees or commissions and subcommittees. I do believe that the new council should be able to review those before they're actually voted in.
I am gonna ask
Yes.
Julie. I know
So
there was
my only concern with doing that is that there's an important amendment to Rule 8.3, a further amendment that needs to be made to complete that settlement that the council previously approved. So I think you'd be fine to approve these tonight, and then if you want to consider additional revisions, then do them at the next council meeting. I'm just worried we're going to run into the timeline that we need to complete the amendment per the settlement.
Julie, oh, this is really loud today. My other question to this is, I looked through the packet and I saw the red lining on that document. Is that the language that has been approved by both parties
Yes. Well, for 8.3, yes.
for 8.3?
Correct. And so unfortunately, originally they said that they didn't want any review of it, so we adopted the original version of just 8.3. Once they saw the revision, they requested a further revision. So we have further revised it consistent with the plaintiff's request. So that will fully resolve the matter. And then the other revisions were consistent with what the council had previously reviewed and approved. Understanding, I know there's a new council, but we are under an urgency to get at least 8.3 updated.
Okay, so yeah, my concern is that, my concern was that, we make sure that the language there is freeing the city from any future liability. And it is, the oversight is around conduct, not content, which is what got us in trouble in the first place.
That's correct.
So are you okay with keeping it on for tonight? I know Julie had an opportunity to look it over and she said it was good.
Does anybody have any other concerns?
And can we, excuse me.
Go ahead.
Oh,
Yeah, I just wanted to ask if we can adopt the rules of procedures to include 8.3 as adjusted or just adopt 8.3. And then the other, there was another one that was in there that we could hold that one for further discussion. I believe that was under presence at the meetings.
I know Councilor Frosto, your concern is with 8.3, right?
I'm concerned with 8.3. So I'm agreeable to moving to adopt 8.3 or the changes to 8.3, but could we table the rest so it can go back to Rules Committee and we have a new pair of eyes on it and then bring it back to a final vote the next time we convene? Is that okay, Julie?
Yeah, you can do that. It doesn't make it super clear, but at least if I can communicate and send in a copy of the rules of amendment with the new 8.3 and hold on everything else, I think we can make that work.
Okay.
Council, is that something that we want to do tonight?
Yeah, well, I guess my only concern, like, or what would be holding me back is, if Julia already had the time to look it over, I mean, why not just like adopt it right now? And then if there is anything that needs to be amended moving forward, then we could go ahead and do that.
I mean, that's honestly going to be your cleanest option, is to just adopt it in full, because this is the version that was previously approved and discussed last time. And then when you get your new committees, if you want to bring it back at the very first next meeting and say, hey, we as the new committee have had an opportunity to review this section and we want to see, because they may choose to look at even other changes. So it's really up to you. We can do 8.3 in an isolated amendment, or we can just adopt it in full and you can proceed as quickly as you want to re-amend the other sections.
I mean, I think we should keep it clean, adopt it completely
agree.
today and have the committee meet as soon as next week if you guys want, whoever's on that committee. Is that okay?
That seems fair.
Okay.
That seems fair.
Yeah,
Any other changes?
Anybody know my password?
Hearing none, what is,
I have one
What-
other question.
go ahead.
For item H, do we actually have dates for that? Or is that something that needs to be tabled until we consult with the lobbyists?
No, they have not given me the dates yet, but they do want to know as soon as possible who and how many are possibly going so that they can arrange for travel. So that's why it's blank like that.
I think,
Go ahead.
I think
Counselor.
the one in Olympia, I think is in January, around the 21st, 22nd. The one in Washington DC, not clear on. There hasn't been any dates issued as far as I know on that one. So maybe we can just hold that off till our next regular meeting.
Well, we could definitely just start discussions tonight.
We could start.
Let's start
discussions
discussions tonight about it and
and double check what
Mhm.
dates there are, because that's going to kind of determine who may be able to go.
Okay.
to-
yeah, we'll start discussions tonight on that one. Anything else?
That was it.
Hearing none. Is there a motion on the table?
I make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I second.
Okay, I have a motion by Councilor Vasquez and a second by Councilor Frausto. Any debate, discussion? Hearing none.
Point of order. I think she said approve the consent agenda. Are we approving the entire agenda?
The
The,
full agenda and
agenda.
active.
Yeah.
the agenda approval. Hearing none, roll call, Councilor Dolan,
Yes.
Councilor Hart,
Yes.
Councilor Vasquez,
Yes.
Councilor Frausto,
Yes.
Councilor Chavez,
Yes.
Councilor Cesati.
Yes.
I also vote yes, motion passes, agenda's approved. Next, we have invocation. We have somebody here for invocation. Please stand and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
It's easier for me.
Great. Our Father, we thank you for our town. We thank you for the opportunity for meetings such as this. Father, we just ask now for wisdom for each of the members that are here. We thank you for the new ones that are on. We just ask that you would bless them, Father, certainly, and that they would seek your wisdom, that they would seek things for the betterment of the community, and just that you would bless each one that is here tonight. Thank you for this opportunity again. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Wait a second.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, and please be seated. Okay, so the next one is the swearing in ceremony. So just for the record, newly elected councilors Fausto Cesati Chavez and Tom Dolan completed their oath of office last week and are legally seated tonight. Tonight, the city will host a ceremonial swearing in for the public administered by City Clerk Renteria at the request of Councilor Frausto. She will be ceremony sworn in by former Councilor Aguilar. This evening's ceremony provides an opportunity for the community to meet and welcome the new council as they begin their service to Sunnyside.
Okay. Yeah, and I wanted to invite Benji Aguilar to today's ceremonial swearing in. As many of you who have worked with Benji in community know that she's been an advocate for Sunnyside for many years, far before I was probably even born. And I'm not trying to age you, but I'm trying to give you credit. I'm not trying to age you, I promise. But I'm trying to give the credit where credit is due. Benji Aguilar was also the first Latina ever to be appointed to this council. She endured a lot of adversity on this dais, and Benji Aguilar broke doors so I can walk through them, and many other folks who are now taking their seats here and bringing forth their presentation, because it has been far long overdue here in Sunnyside. So thank you so much for agreeing to administer my ceremonial oath of office, Benji. You've been a mentor, and I look up to you in so many ways, and I hope to continue making you proud as I serve the residents from this chair. Okay. No, I need you.
No, you're fine. Chargers. Charge. I got it. Charge anyway. You don't understand that. I got it. I got it on that. I got it. He's charging. I remember she did that the first time she was elected.
So first of all, just a couple of words. So my name is Evangelina Aguilar, but a lot of you know me as Benji. I was a former city councilwoman in Sunnyside and a resident of Sunnyside for 45 years. I want to thank you, Vicky and Letty. Letty, you don't want me to use too?
Yes.
So thank you, Vicky and Letty, for allowing me this great honor to ceremonially swear you and vote into office. Many moons ago, when I sat in one of those chairs as the first Latina to serve the represent the citizens of Sunnyside. And now to be able to swear you as the first Latinas to serve your districts. It's just such an amazing privilege. I thank you so much. When my term ended back in 2005, I left with a heavy heart, knowing that not all our citizens were being represented by their elected officials. I made myself a promise that I would advocate for new leadership on the city council and the school board. Over the years, I think I knocked on every door in this town. I swear I have, knocked on every door in this town, trying to get out the vote. Last I looked, Sunnyside is now 86% Latino. It brings me great joy to see the city council and school board finally reflective of its population. Thanks to all the volunteers, their hard work and dedication to get out the vote, especially from the empowering Latina leadership and action group in Sunnyside. I congratulate you both and every one of you on city council members for stepping up and serving your community in such important roles, and I thank you, every one of you, for stepping up, because I know it is not easy. Before I do this, I just want to share something about Ms. Vicky Frosco. When Vicky was in 10th grade, years ago, right? That movie. My husband and I chaperoned a group of students to a leadership conference in Washington, D.C. Vicky was one of those students. Her heart was already on fire for leadership, justice, and service. After getting to know her, I knew she would always be in our lives and that someday she would be a leader for the community. You might not know this, but Vicky left an amazing position as a labor relations specialist with the University of Washington to come back home to Sunnyside. My husband and I were so grateful that such an educated young woman find her way back home to her family in Sunnyside. We knew it was just a matter of time before she would run for office, and after she is.
Hmm.
I'm so proud of the strong and courageous community representatives these young women have become. And I leave you both and the council with this piece of advice. You may not always agree on things, but it's okay to agree, to disagree, agree, right? That's just part of the job. So with that, let's do this. Okay, then repeat after me, right? I, Vicky Frausto,
I, Vicky Frausto,
being first duly sworn upon oath,
being first duly sworn upon oath,
dispose and say
depose and say
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the laws and Constitution of the State of Washington,
the laws and Constitution of the State of Washington,
and the ordinance of the City of Sunnyside,
and the ordinances of the City of Sunnyside,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation freely,
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
and that I will faithfully and impartially discharge the duties of the office
and that I will faithfully and impartially discharge the duties of the office
on which I am about to enter.
on which I am about to enter. So help me God. Yes.
Congratulations on your second win.
Third time and I'm more nervous now.
No.
Getting sworn in, there you go.
I, Leticia Cesate,
I, Leticia Cesati,
being first duly sworn upon oath,
being first duly sworn upon our oath,
depose and say
depose and say
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the laws and the Constitution of the State of Washington,
the laws and the Constitution of the State of Washington,
and the ordinances of the City of Sunnyside,
and the ordinances of the City of Sunnyside,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
that I will faithfully and impartially discharge the duties of the office
and that I will faithfully and impartially discharge the duties of the office
on which I am about to enter.
on which I am about to enter. So help me God.
Thank you, Ms. Aguilar. So moving on, we got a election of mayor and deputy mayor. Under Sunnyside City Code and council rules, the mayor is selected by and from among the members of the city council. The mayor serves at the pleasure of the council and presides over meetings for the upcoming term. I will now open the floor for nominations for mayor.
I will nominate Vicky Frausto for mayor.
Okay,
I second that. If I'm ready.
no second is needed on this, but thank you.
Thanks.
Are there any other nominations? Okay. Hearing no further nominations, nominations are now closed. We will proceed with the vote. Well, it goes off, right? Because there's only one nomination, so we just, okay. Without objection, Councilor Frausto as mayor of Sunnyside. Congratulations. You're the mayor.
It's
You're the
you.
chair.
It's you.
You ready?
Yeah, do you want to?
You're gonna take over the chair and do the nominations for deputy mayor.
Where's the catch?
There's no catch. There's no catch. Take the gavel, girl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You
Congratulations.
would sit here close to the intern.
She's like, I think.
You want to,
Whoever sits here
that time?
and then.
Where Thomas? Maybe switch
Do
with
you
Tom.
want to keep your seat?
Talk later.
I can move. I can move to be next to Jim. I promise I don't bite Jim.
It's Tom. He's trying to determine where he needs to sit, so.
Oh, okay.
Come on over, Tom.
Come sit by.
No.
There is one. I don't know what it is.
No, it's just them two.
Can I use your, are you done charging your? computer?
Oh, he's gonna take
It's like-
vacation.
I thought I could charge mine and it's acting like I killed it. Can you borrow yours? Thank you. Can you plug me in?
Sure.
Oh, you're a sweetheart. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so onward with the nominations here. Don't forget your mother, dude.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Got this, Vicky. Good job.
No, no. We'll get her a crown. They always promised us crowns. Yours, right? Wanna hand me Tom's water? Can you reach it? Tom's water? Here we go. Tom's water. That's full.
Oh, there we go.
It's all good. All right.
More room
Open
here anyway.
nominations for deputy. Are you ready? Are you ready? Here you go.
Hello? Oh, okay. I forget that I have to push the button here. Let's do nominations. Just very quickly. I'm just trying to gather my thoughts here. Thank you. Oh, wow. Okay.
Is this it?
No,
So here's your agenda. This is a mayor's agenda that's prepared for you every meeting. It has the table for the votes, a motion, a second. And then here is your script for deputy mayor.
Thank you so much.
Yes. And so there's notes along here that you can use or you don't have to use. It's up to you, but every item has one.
Thank you, Jackie. Thank you. Okay. Thank you to my colleagues for the trust that you have now, I guess, laid upon me. Even if you didn't fully trust or you didn't fully contradict the vote there, I fully commit in making sure that I am a representative for every person in this community. And I also fully commit to work in good faith with every single one of you. Benji Aguilar, former councilwoman, just mentioned that we can agree to disagree agreeably. I think there's going to be a lot of discussions that we're going to have throughout the next 4 years, 2 to 4 years. And I fully commit to making sure that there is respect, that there is decorum, and on that same breath, that we hold ourselves accountable. So accountability will always be there. And I think it can go hand in hand with respectful dialogue. So that I will not back down on. I will continue pushing for. And the road ahead is not going to be easy. But I fully commit to working alongside every single one of you and all of you all, if you voted for me here to be on this chair today, if you didn't vote for me, if you like me, if you do not like me, my responsibility here is to make sure that every citizen, every resident of this town has a better outlook for their future, of their families, and for those of future generations. So thank you so much. Now I will go ahead and open the floor for nominations for deputy mayor.
I make a nomination for George Galvan to be deputy mayor.
I second that.
Nominate Julia Hart.
I second that.
There's no second needed.
Thank you. Are there additional nominations? Okay. Given that there are two nominations, we will now proceed with a vote for deputy mayor. A majority of those is present required to elect, and I believe a majority vote is required to elect. So Deputy Mayor Galvan was nominated again to serve on the seat. And I will go ahead and do a roll call. Okay. I'll just go down the line there. Councilor Member Cesati. Council Member Vasquez.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm just gonna write some notes. Council Member Dolan.
Yes.
Council Member Hart.
No.
Council Member Chavez.
The vote is for reminding who he's voting for.
Council Member Chavez, cast a
I'm right
vote
here. I know.
for Deputy Mayor. This is the casting a vote for Deputy Mayor Galvan to remain in his seat.
No.
So, and then do I get a vote? Okay. Cesate.
George gets.
Okay. Oh, I'm so sorry. I skipped Deputy Mayor Galvan. It's gonna take some getting used to. Deputy Mayor Galvan. Okay. And then I vote. I vote no. The noes have it. Roll call for Julia Hart to step up as deputy mayor. I'll go down the list. Councilmember Cesati.
Yes.
Councilmember Vasquez.
No.
Councilmember Dolan.
No.
Deputy Mayor Galvan.
Yes.
Councilmember Hart.
Yes.
Councilmember Chavez.
Yes.
And I vote yes. The yes have it. Congratulations, Deputy Mayor Hart.
Is it okay to say something? I want to just thank my peers for their confidence, and I want to thank Mr. Galvan for the years that he's been working as deputy mayor and all the work that he's put into new ordinances and updating ordinances and his attention to details. You've done a super job. I only hope that I can do as well, or, as well. I'm not going to go further than that. I just hope I can do as well. So thank you very much. Okay.
Okay. Thank you all. So now we will go into public comments. Please note that citizens are advised that they must limit their remarks to the council to 3 minutes. Council may refer items to staff to review and/or research for presentation at a future meeting. The first person on our list is Juan Isiordia.
Hello, council, and congratulations to all. I'm here to talk to you guys at the council about the permit that I had ongoing since 2011. We went back in 2018, and now going back to the city to get a permit. Mike Gonzalez had given me a letter stating that I could drill wells around that property, and I think some of you know that already. Nevertheless, I've been facing backlash. I've been going over to talk to Hector Mejia, Corey Taylor, Mr. Bridges once. I know that there's had been different offers coming into me on telling me that I could pay $15,000 and then hook up the water line. And now they say that you guys will pay the $15,000. I could do the rest of the line. On there, I asked for, last chief was very adamant, fire chief, about not hooking up to any fire hydrants. Corey and Hector told me that they had done a pressure test. On November 17th, I sent an email to Hector Mejia, which I CC Corey Taylor, which I CC Jackie Renteria for a public records request of that pressure log, and I have not received it till today. I reminded Hector Mejia, and I understand emails get lost, but Hector Mejia emailed me on that same email on December 4th to meet up with Hector Mejia and Mr. Bridges. That was the first time that I met with Mr. Bridges, even though I have asked for him to be on those meetings so we get everything finalized. Since June, this permit has been going on, and he has not provided anything to me. Corey told me that the permit is ready, but the water is on there. The water is provided. And if the water is provided, it's either from me or from you guys. At this point, I have mentioned to the city council that I was going to donate whatever the well will cost me to the city. At this point, because I would like to meet in further of the things that were talked to be in private, what you guys said, and I hope that there was a recording of what you guys were saying about the fire chief that was on there before. Not professional at all, by the way. Not saying that he was a nut, that he didn't know he was talking about. That is very unprofessional to me. And I don't know what kind of a contractor you guys think that I am, but that's not professional coming from public figures, public officials that are higher up. Now, because of this that I'm seeing in here, I know that I'm gonna receive quite a bit of a retaliation because of this. And this is what happened before. Every time you come and talk about something that was going on, they come back to you, and it's always retaliation, and it just keeps going further and further and further. I ask that the city council gets involved with this so I could go ahead and build those 2 homes that I need to build here in the city of Granger, which also benefits the city of Granger. I mean, the city of Sunnyside. I'm sorry, I'm from Granger. I'm a council member there, so I know what you guys go through, and congratulations again. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And we'll make sure that maybe Jim can follow up with you.
Absolutely.
I'd like to meet if it was with me, Mr. Bridges. No disrespect, Mr. Bridges and Hector. I would like to meet also with higher officials there on the property so we could keep it professional. And that way there's nothing said about somebody else or nothing like that. And that way we get this finished if possible, please.
Okay, I'll talk to
Thank
our
you,
city
Ms.
manager and we can coordinate something.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, next on the list is Evangelina Aguilar. Benji. Oh, you did? Okay. Understood. So next on the line is Sandra Cesati.
Man, I'm short. Good evening, everyone. My name is Sandra Cesati. I am a resident of Sunnyside, and I just wanted to come up here and say congratulations on everyone here on council, newly elected. Especially a congratulations to Vicky as our new mayor. I know you're going to do an awesome job, regardless of the whispers, regardless of the negativity of all the talk. I know you're going to do amazing. And the reason why I know that is because it's been 2 campaigns that we've door knocked together. We've had, conversations with our community. And I know that you know our community and the needs of our community. So I know you will do an amazing job. So congratulations. Leticia, you too. I know that you are going to do great. And so again, congratulations to everyone.
Thank you, Ms. Cesati. Next on the list is Raquel Izquierdo Lopez.
Good evening, Raquel Izquierdo Lopez, Sunnyside. I'm just here to congratulate the newly elected Vicky Frausto. Congratulations, Leticia Sati and Ramon Chavez. We ran our campaign together, and I know what an uphill battle that was. I know all the backlash that we dealt with and everything that, that happened during our campaign. And I just want to say that doesn't end once that campaign ended. It keeps going. I want to say that you still have the people that congratulate you in public, then speak bad about you and question your capabilities immediately after. You'll have the people that pretend to have your best interests at heart, then completely turn away from that support. Not everyone welcomes change. Some hate it more than others, but try to ignore it and stay focused on the reason that you are up here. And it's for the betterment of the community as a whole. As a resident of Sunnyside, I'm excited to see change. I'm excited to see what you will make of this. Again, give yourself grace and time. You're not exactly being handed something in perfect condition. These chambers have been in turmoil for quite some time. As a school board member and president of that school board, I also want to say I'm excited to create and foster a relationship for the better of the community and the students within it. We know that there are power in numbers, as made evident during our campaign and elections. When we come together for a shared purpose, we can make positive change, and I know that if we come together, we can do that. I'm excited to work with you all in that capacity. Again, thank you, y siempre se pudo.
Next on the list is Nancy Frausto.
Hi, hello, my name is Nancy Frausto. I just wanted to say congratulations to the newly elected Councilmember Chavez Cesati, and of course, my sister, Virginia Frausto. I'm sorry. I know she's going to make us proud, and I know she's going to do great for the community, and also, and represent the Latino Mexican population here. And I know you'll do amazing, and we're so proud of you. Congratulations.
Thank you, sister. Up next on the list is Monica Niemeyer.
Hi, good evening, everyone, and welcome new council members and welcome to the ones that have been here. We're very excited. I'm actually here on behalf of Grandview Chamber. We are wanting to invite you guys to a ribbon cutting on Wednesday, the 21st. I believe it's at 11. We're hoping to have a press release, but we don't have one yet. But as soon as we do, I'll email that to Jackie to get that sent off. This is for the new travel plaza that's going to be right there on Wine Country Road over by the Walmart DC. One of the things that the chamber wants to do is we want to work on community partnerships with Prosser and Sunnyside. We know Sunnyside doesn't have a chamber, but we still have a council that can be present and involved along with Prosser. We think there's certain businesses that really we can provide support to as a whole. Let's admit it. Things are getting hard right now for our business owners, and we got to utilize our resources. And us working together, we can be good resources. And so what we're hoping for is, I understand the 21st is when Olympia starts. That's what Shane told me with Grandview. So you guys might not be there. But what we're hoping is, like in this instance, there'd be a community partnership, and the Sunnyside Court has been invited. It would be the Grandview Court, the Prosser Court, Chamber, the chambers, and of course the city council members that can make it. So we're hoping to have a really good picture to show that travel plaza that we're all here to help them, because they're going to be hiring not just from Grandview, throughout the Lower Valley. And then those dollars will go back helping, just helping the communities as a whole. But we're really wanting to approach and hope you guys can make it, those of you that can attend. And we hope there's future community projects that we can work together. We got to start utilizing our resources, and we're resources. So we look forward to working with you guys in any capacity you would like. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Monica. Up next is Jerica Nava.
Good afternoon. My name is Jerica Nava. I am a Sunnyside resident, and I guess we can't hear enough congratulations because I'm up here to congratulate our newly elected, our re-elected. I want to say special thanks to the individuals that took the time to, during their campaign, connect with youth like me and an organization that I run with some friends called the Tomorrow Team. It would be an honor if we can connect with the rest of the council and see what we can do for the youth of Sunnyside. Once again, I want to congratulate every single one of you, and I really hope that you guys work together and there will be change for Sunnyside. Thank you.
Next on the list is Lorena Avalos.
Hola, buenas noches. Mi nombre es Lorena Avalos. Soy campesina y organizadora con la UFW. Vivo aquí en Sunnyside. La Unión de Campesinos ha apoyado a Vicky Frausto en sus pasadas 2 elecciones. Y ya era tiempo que tengamos un alcalde que represente a toda la comunidad de Sunnyside, incluyendo a los campesinos, que somos el corazón de aquí de Sunnyside. Ella nos inspira y nos da la fuerza para seguir luchando. Para nosotros es un honor que nos representes como alcalde de aquí de Sunnyside. Felicidades.
Someone maybe translate that, just for those of us.
Yeah, I can translate if
Jackie or something.
nobody, do you want to?
I can translate. What I got at the end was that she's happy to see someone represent the community, and Mayor Frausto inspires the community to keep fighting, and it's an honor that you represent us.
All right.
Thank you, Jackie, for summarizing that. Lorena, muchas gracias por estar aquí, por seguir apoyando y por todo el trabajo que los campesinos hacen por esta comunidad. Estoy orgullosa de haber trabajado con ustedes y seguir trabajando con ustedes en el futuro. Este cuarto es de ustedes, este edificio es de ustedes, estas juntas son de ustedes. Así que vamos a seguir luchando juntas y juntos y vamos a seguir colaborando, ¿ok? Y también sigue manteniéndonos todos con contabilidad, que es lo que se necesita cada vez, todo el tiempo, ¿ok? So accountability is needed all the time. We're going to continue collaborating with each other. And I want to thank every single farm worker that has continued driving the economy here in Sunnyside and across the Yakima Valley. I'm a proud daughter of migrant farm workers myself, and I know the hard labor that they put forth every day so we have food on our tables. So muchas gracias. Thank you so much. Up next is Sharon Dolan. Up next is Jim Stevens.
Jim Stevens, Sunnyside. Congratulations on the new council members, and welcome back all of you at once, the ones that were previously on the council. You have a really tough job ahead of you. Jim Bridges has done a good job as city manager. He's inherited a very tough job himself from the previous 2 city managers who did not follow the rules, and the protocols were not endorsed. I was glad to hear Mayor Frausto say that accountability will be the order of the day. That has not always been followed in the past, and that's why we're in the problems that we have right now. You got a big job ahead of you. You have to sort through all of your council notes that come before you each meeting. That's huge, absolutely huge. And to dig into it in a manner that our finances previously, those were not dug into. And we're starting to come up with some things due to the finance people we had. So I applaud you for doing that. We look forward to it. Our whole community is really dependent on you council. It's a huge job. You're board of directors of a $60 million budget. It's gigantic. And then on top of that, you empower the city manager to empower our chief of police. And that is a big job too. I see our policemen are actually a lot more active today than they were maybe 5 years ago or so. And this again is the council holding everybody accountable so our community turns back in and we get a hold of this community. It becomes united and we start to be proud of our community again. And I really feel that this council has the capability of doing that, and welcome you all. And anything that we can do, we're always here to help you too.
Thank you for that, Mr. Stevens. Up next is Diana Gutierrez.
Hello, my name is Diana Gutierrez. I'm a Sunnyside resident. And I came here to just congratulate the newly elected and the re-elected. I have no speech prepared, but I'm going to speak from my heart. And I'm just going to say that I am 26 years old and I have never been as involved with community than I have been this year. And that is all mainly because I finally see people who care about community, who want to see community involved, and keep at it, guys. Don't be strayed away by the negativity. Don't feed into the agendas of other people. Remember that you're here to represent us and not yourselves, not your personal opinions about what should be happening here in Sunnyside. I am but one of many of these people that are here who see you guys as our leaders. And I hope deep down that in the coming years, we actually start to see change and we don't keep having the same conversations over and over. So please don't let me down. Thank you.
Thank you. Up next is Virginia Frausto. Did you?
She's like, no.
No. Okay.
Is she shy?
She's a little shy. She's a little shy. Somebody put her down. That's my mom.
Hold the mic down for her. She's short.
Yeah. ¿No puede ser español?
¿Sí puede ser en español?
Oh, buenas noches. Mi nombre es Virginia Frausto y soy mamá de Vicky. ¿Y qué puedo decirles? Que pues me siento bien orgullosa de ella. Y espero que no los defraude y que haga lo más bien que pueda. Y es todo lo que puedo decir. Y felicidades a ustedes también.
Gracias, Ama.
Oh, oh.
Y Ramón.
Oh, felicidades. Oh, Ramón también.
Ramón.
Don't forget Ramon.
Sí, no, mira.
Y Mr. Dolan, él era mi maestro en la high school. And yeah, somos los tres.
Felicidades.
Gracias.
Felicidades a todos.
Gracias.
Gracias, Ama. Te quiero mucho. So quickly translating that, that was my mother. She's a little shy, so I definitely did not take after her in that aspect. But she's taught me humility, and I think the most significant work ethic she has modeled. So she just wanted to express how proud she is of this work of me, and she hopes that I don't let people down, which is a big task. And she congratulated every single council member who is newly elected, and including Mr. Chavez, who's on Zoom with us there. So that was very brave of her to do that. She never gets up in front of anything. So I'm really proud of her for speaking her truth this evening. We'll go ahead and keep moving forward. The next person on the list is Marisela Santana Aguaye.
Congratulations to new council members. I just hope, you do the very best for the community and always keep them in mind, youth in all generations. But for those who don't know me, my name is Marisela Santana. I'm the Environmental Justice Coordinator for EYA. And EYA aims to engage and inform communities in the Lower Yakima Valley, Sunnyside, Mapton, Grandview, and Granger about environmental justice and community participation through civic engagement that addresses environmental issues, including water and air pollution, that are linked to public health disparities such as asthma, chronic disease, birth complications, and many others. Our organization provides accessible tools for our community to engage with local leaders. Our youth and adult advocacy team, who are residents of the Lower Yakima Valley, are learning from diverse speakers and leaders and developing their skills to advocate for our community's environmental justice and their priorities. And so you as city council members are crucial to our community. You are our voices. And we hope we can bridge our partnership with youth and adults in the community and learn more about the work that you do. I would be delighted to invite you to join our advocacy team meeting on Friday, January 23rd, from 5:30 to 7 p.m. on Zoom for a panel discussion with other public leaders. In this panel discussion, I hope my advocate team can discuss how to effectively engage with public officials, learn about city and port council meetings, and how to access local resources. You will hear from their stories and also their environmental priorities. And so I really hope you could really engage with our advocate team, and really, I would really appreciate your participation. I also have these papers that has some of the information I just said, but if you would really like to participate with us, please shoot me an email and I will send more information. And thank you so much for those who reached out and are participating in our meeting. But thank you so much. I can get this out. Could you grab that, Corey? Thank you. And then last on our list is Sandra Lindy.
Well, I'm Sandra Lindy from Sunnyside, Washington, and I'll probably be the last person right now to just say I am so proud of the city council, and I want to work with all of you to continue to make our city better. As you know, many years I was on the school board. I've also been coming to city council meetings for a very long time. And many of you, I know from the school, many of you went to school with my kids. And I am just another community member to say thank you, good luck, and I'm here for you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Lindy. Okay, so that concludes everybody on the list for public comment, unless I missed anybody. Okay. So we will move forward with the consent agenda. So we're going to approve the minutes of the previous meeting, payroll vouchers, approve payroll voucher numbers 15523 through 16166, and wire transfers as listed for $1,336,391.79 for the period ending December 31st, 2025. And then claim vouchers, approve claim vouchers numbers 15725 through 98, and wire transfers as listed for $1,199,183.95 for the period ending on January 7th, 2026.
I have an item.
Anybody want to pull items or have any questions?
Yeah, transaction 15894.
15894? Yeah. Anybody else? I believe Monica's online, right? Yes. Okay. Okay, Monica, 15894.
Just wondering what that is for.
Find it here.
That is for the ambulance fund. That's the company that does our annual GEMT. That's for the ground emergency ground emergency
transport.
medical transport. Thank you. So every year they have to file this, and so that organization does it for the ambulance. So it comes on 100% out of the ambulance fund.
So on there, it says 2024 and 2025. Was it not paid last year or?
So it's always going to be behind, and their fiscal year is from July to June. So
Okay.
that's why it'll be those 2 years.
Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Counselor Member Vasquez?
Yeah, I just have one question. I want to make sure this is correct. It will be 16089. It looks like an employee, and the total comes out to $51.87. I just want to make sure that's correct.
It probably is. I don't believe that's a current. We back paid we retro paid some people for 2024 and 2025. So if they were only here for partial of the year, that would be what they received. All of the fire and public works, code enforcement, I think there was a couple other, they all were retro paid. So there's going to be some different names on there that actually are not current employees. For the fire department, they received back pay, and then also current employees for the public works.
Okay, just making sure. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Madam Mayor,
Go ahead.
Is that money that's part of the negotiation and that's why it's sometimes in odd amounts?
Yes.
Bridges?
Yes. So during the negotiations, they're based upon percentages. They're also based upon hours worked. And so when you go through their base pay times the percentage times the hours worked, and as Ms. Hofstadter said, some of these folks no longer are with us, and so they had minimal hours available to collect on. So.
And there was also a payouts for longevity. Some of the unions have longevity incentives, and they've requested they get paid out for the year at the end of the year. So they collect it throughout the year, and at the end of the year, they get it. And so if the person no longer works here, but they had a longevity incentive they were supposed to receive, if they didn't, they should have already received it, but some of those might also be incentives that are paid out as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Does that answer your questions?
Yes.
Any other questions? Okay. What is the desire of council on the consent agenda?
Move to approve.
I'll second.
Okay, we'll go ahead and proceed with the roll call. Counselor Dolan,
Yes.
Council Member Galvan,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Hart,
Yes.
Counselor Vasquez,
Yes.
Counselor Chavez,
Yes.
Counselor Cesati,
Yes.
and I too vote yes. Motion carries. Okay, moving forward to the active agenda. Item A, City Council Rules of Procedure and Amendment. Approve a resolution amending and adopting the Sunnyside City Council Rules of Procedure and superseding and replacing previous rules of procedure.
Mr. Bridges, would you?
So this is a council item. So it's up to council to begin this discussion on this.
Can you do that?
I can help you with that.
Oh,
Go ahead.
go ahead, Councilmember Galvan.
So like we were saying on 8.3, it's just some wording that the attorney and the plaintiff wanted on there. So they agreed on that extra wording, which is in red. The next one is section 9.4.3. striked out some wording and kept the remainder, which says council members seeking information or documents not related to the scheduled council meeting items shall submit such request via email directly to the city manager. If a response is not received within a reasonable time frame, the council member may then copy the mayor and deputy mayor in a follow-up communication. Then item A, the city manager will determine how to fulfill the request and shall respond within 5 business days. Item B, if more time is required, the city manager must notify the requesting council member no later than 5 business days and provide an updated response timeline. And this is some of the stuff that we discussed about a month or so ago. So there was some wording that was iffy and I went ahead and reworded it. The next one is, well, that was it. Any questions?
Council members, any questions? Councilmember Vasquez?
Yeah, so I do recall this being brought up, and I remember I did make a suggestion that instead of copy CC the mayor and deputy mayor, if the wording could be modified to mayor or deputy mayor, and this was brought up a while ago.
Which section?
9.4.3. I had brought up if the council member may then copy CC the mayor and deputy mayor, if the wording instead of and could be or.
Okay. We can make note of that and just change that for the official document, if that's okay.
I'm agreeable to that.
You can make a motion to approve the
Yeah.
resolution as
amendment.
amended.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you, Julie.
Excuse me.
Any other questions? Feedback? Hearing none, what's the desire of council?
Move to approve the resolution amending and adopting Sunnyside City Council rules of procedure, superseding and replacing previous rules of procedure. Move to approve.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
I second that.
Okay. We'll go ahead. Is there any other debate? Nope. Okay, we'll go ahead and do a roll call. Counselor Dolan,
I'm going to abstain. I got some more learning to do.
Councilmember Galvan,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Hart,
Yes.
Counselor Vasquez,
Yes.
Counselor Chavez,
Yes.
Counselor Cesati.
Yes.
I too vote yes. Motion carries. Okay. Item B, Planning Commission recommended amendments to SMC 16.20.104. Approve a resolution setting January 26, 2026 as a date for the council to consider the Planning Commission's recommendations on proposed text amendments to SMC 16.20.104. Is this yours, Mr. City Manager?
I will turn this over to Corey or Hector. Which one? Hector.
Hello. So the Planning Commission held an open record public hearing on December 9th, 2025 to consider a proposed text amendment to the SMC 16.20.104. Text 25, SEPA 25-5, and issued a recommendation for approval in accordance with SMC 17.6.040. Upon the receipt of the recommendation of a planning commission, we ask that the council set a date for January 26, 2026, to consider the planning commission of the recommendation for the proposed text amendment to SMC 16.20.104.
Thank you. Council, any questions?
Madam Mayor.
Go ahead, Deputy Mayor Hart.
I just have a question. Could you just refresh our memory on what the particular resolution is regarding?
Yes. This resolution is on which one? The flag lot.
It's just some wording changes. There's just some wording changes in the zoning ordinance, because currently we allow flag lots in the R2, R3 zones, but not the R1. This is it basically just making them all read the same is the basic.
Thank you.
Any other questions, counselors?
This resolution is for setting the date only, correct?
That's correct.
Anybody else? Hearing none, what is the desire of council?
Move to approve?
I'll second.
Okay. Motion made by Councilmember Dolan, with the second from Councilmember Galvan. We'll go ahead and do a roll call. Counselor Dolan.
I think you have to read the
Oh, yes.
motion, right?
Yes, we have to read the motion into the record.
Dolan can.
You want to go ahead and do that, Councilmember Dolan? Thank you. Councilmember Galvan.
It's this one.
This is where it says approve resolution.
There's another shorter one in there.
No?
That's it.
Okay, yeah. Go for it.
This is a resolution of the City's Council of Sunnyside, Washington, setting the date of January 26, 2026 as the closed record hearing date to consider the Planning Commission's recommendation on amendments to SMC 16.20.104.
And I'll second.
Thank you. We'll go ahead and do a roll call. Counselor Dolan,
Yes.
Counselor Galvan,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Hart,
Yes.
Counselor Vasquez,
Yes.
Counselor Chavez,
Yes.
Counselor Cesati,
Yes.
and then I vote yes. Motion carries. Okay, next item on the agenda is the Columbia Heights Phase 2 and 3 preliminary plat recommendation. Approve a resolution setting January 26, 2026 as the date for the council to consider the Planning Commission's recommendation on the preliminary plat of Columbia Heights Phases 2 and 3. Mr. City Manager?
Corey?
Yeah, and again, this is just setting the date for the public hearing. We had a long plat come in. It's been just over 5 years ago. They did the first phase of it. Now they're getting on to the second and third phase.
Council members, any questions? Councilmember Galvan.
We'll have more information at the hearing, I take it, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, this is just setting date is all it is.
Any other questions? Hearing none, what is the desire of council?
Move to approve the resolution setting January 26th as the date for the council to consider Planning Commission's recommendation on the preliminary plat of Columbia Heights Phases 2 and 3.
I'll second.
Is there any debate? Hearing none, I'll go ahead and start a roll call. Counselor Dolan,
Yes.
Counselor Galvan,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Hart,
Yes.
Counselor Vasquez,
Yes.
Counselor Chavez,
Yes.
Counselor Cesati.
Yes.
I too vote yes. Motion carries. Okay, item D, 2026 first quarter hiring freeze. Approve a resolution establishing a hiring freeze for the first quarter of fiscal year 2026 with specific exempt positions. Mr. City Manager.
Yes, thank you. So on December 29th, we met, the council, and adopted the fiscal year 2026 budget. During that discussion, there was discussion about the a potential hiring freeze. This resolution sets out what was talked about in that meeting, so that there's no confusion going forward with staff or council as to what positions are being hired or frozen at this point in time. So I believe the following positions are exempt from the hiring freeze and may be filled as deemed necessary by the city manager. That would be the animal control officer is not subject to the hiring freeze. The code enforcement officer is not subject to the hiring freeze. Yeah, those were the two. The positions that were authorized, funded, and filled at the time of the fiscal year 2026 and budget and became vacant during the hire freeze period, provided these hires do not result in an increase of unauthorized staff level. So if a position becomes open from a currently filled position, that we can continue to fill those positions as long as we're not expanding staff numbers.
Okay. Council members, any questions regarding to the hiring freeze with the exception of two positions, animal control and code enforcement?
So I have a question. So if
Councilmember Chavez?
So I have a question. So if an individual is released from their position or decides to leave the position, will that position be will we fill that position?
That is what the resolution does authorize, yes.
Councilmember Galvan?
Yeah. So this shows the freeze January 1st to March 31st. So are we assuming once April 1st hits, they become unfrozen by themselves, or do we come back and unfreeze them as a council? The reason I ask, because the last time there was a freeze, the previous administration, I don't remember ever coming back to council where it became unfrozen, just, positions started to get hired. So I think it's important that council knows, so I don't know if we should have a day or we're gonna bring it back, April 1st and approve it.
Deputy Mayor Hart?
I concur with Mr. Galvan as far as that we should probably put the first quarter ends of March 31st, correct?
Yes.
So then at that time, we could vote to continue the freeze or eliminate it, depending on what the situation is.
Right. And City Clerk just reminded me, it is on the agenda planning schedule prior to March 31st for further discussion.
Okay.
And also that further discussion relating to the budget position before the end of the first quarter. So.
Right.
Thank you. Councilmember Vasquez?
Yeah, perfect. So I was gonna say maybe we could even add it into our agenda on that last fourth Monday before that quarter ends. And yeah, so I had a question as well. So let's say one of the positions does become vacant, and then we are looking forward to filling in that position. When that position is being filled, could we kind of just announce that to the public so we can let them know that that position was already covered and an essential position? That way there's no confusion.
Yes, we can do that.
Okay, and also just communicate it with all of council.
Right.
Perfect, thank you.
So it seems like the agreement is to bring it back to a council meeting on March 31st?
It would be the
on or around, 23rd?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I don't have my calendar in front of me. I'm trying to open it up. Okay, so 23rd. So we can revisit this this decision?
Okay. Motion to.
Okay, so what is a desire of council?
I make a motion to approve the resolution establishing a hiring freeze for the first quarter of the fiscal year 2026 with specific exemptions and authorizations to refill existing budgeted positions that are currently filled and become vacant during the freeze period.
I'll second.
Thank you for reading that into the record, Councilor Vasquez. Okay, so I got a motion by Counselor Vasquez, second by Counselor Galvan. Is there any debate? Okay, I'll go ahead and initiate a roll call. Counselor Dolan,
Yes.
Counselor Galvan,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Hart,
Yes.
Counselor Vasquez,
Yes.
Counselor Chavez,
Yes.
Counselor Cesati.
Yes.
I too vote yes, motion carries. Item E on the agenda, DWSRF Funding Award Acceptance. Says approve a resolution accepting the Drinking Water State Revolving Fund Award from the Washington State Department of Health and authorizing the interim city manager to execute all agreements and documents related to the funding. Mr. City Manager.
Yeah, this is just some housekeeping. This was a loan that was brought forth by the previous administration back, I believe, in spring of last year to fix well 6 and well 7. We finally got the documents from Department of Commerce, I believe, Department of Health. The amount of the loan is $741,000. It has an interest rate of 1.75%. And there is, I believe it's a grant and loan. They forgive, I believe, 35% of that value as grant. So 35% of the 741, so approximately $230,000 would be forgiven as grant. So, and by authorizing the resolution, then I sign it and we return it to the state and we can start procuring work and materials necessary to correct. I believe well 6 is the only one left, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, so it was originally well 6 and well 7. We already made repairs to well 7, so the grant, the document says 6 and 7, it's really only going to be used for well 6.
Thank you.
Yeah, well 6 got refurbished in April, and we that one is complete, and well 6 is all that we would need to get refurbished.
Thank you, Hector. Council members, any questions?
No, I was gonna ask, sorry, about a grant, so I'm glad to hear that, they do the 35%, you said?
Mhm.
So, yeah, that was the only question I had.
Thank you. Councilmember Galvan?
When does the repayment start on this loan and what's the annual, I guess, amount that we're paying back?
I don't have that amortization schedule yet. Once we get this, then we can get that I can't say that word. The schedule, the payback schedule, and bring that forth to council.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Hearing none, what is the desire of council?
Move to approve a resolution accepting the Drinking Water State Revolving Fund, DWSRF award from the Washington State Department of Health and authorizing the interim city manager to execute all agreements and documents related to the funding.
Thank you for reading that into the record, Councilmember Dolan.
I'll second that.
Thank you. Got a motion by Councilmember Dolan, second by Deputy Mayor Hart. Is there any debate? I'll initiate a roll call. Councilor Dolan?
Yes.
Councilmember Galvan?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Hart?
Yes.
Councilmember Vasquez?
Yes.
Councilmember Chavez?
Yes.
Councilmember Cesati?
Yes.
I too vote yes, motion carries. Next item on the agenda is amending SMC 2.50.150B Sunnyside Arts Commission membership, youth representative. Adopt an ordinance amending Sunnyside Municipal Code Section 2.50.150B regarding Arts Commission membership and provide direction on the lunch hour refreshments. Whose item is this, Mr. City Manager?
This would be the city clerk.
Okay, the Arts Commission met and have requested that council consider adding one of their members as a requirement to be a youth member from one of the Sunnyside high schools. And they also, sometimes they meet during the lunch hour. And so if council is okay with that, we can discuss at a future meeting a policy to provide lunch since the student would be involved in the meeting. But for now, we have a request to amend the municipal code to change that one member to a youth requirement.
I have a question.
Councilmember Cesati?
So basically the meetings would work around the students' lunch schedule? Is that because I know they have like 3 different lunch hours?
Yes, that is what the commission expressed, that they would communicate with the high school principal and discuss, arrangements of transportation, of lunch hours, and even after school, they could do it.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask also, because I mean, we would probably be looking at somebody who could drive unless we provide transportation or somehow get to them, or maybe even consider an after-school time. I know there's sports and stuff, but I guess there's a little more to consider.
Yeah, I think the committee could also explore having the meeting at the high school too.
That would probably be a good idea.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be a great.
Deputy Mayor Hart is part of the commission, and she.
Just wondering if Deanna Gutierrez is still in the room. She left. I was going to have her explain it because. Oh, Sandra can explain it. Would that be all right with about why we wanted to make this change to the municipal code?
I think that'd be good to hear.
Can you handle that, Sandra?
So we were requesting for the student to at least be 16 years of age or older, right? So junior or senior, for the reason of driving, right? Transportation. And I was going to be in charge of communicating with our superintendent and also the high school principal to see if they would allow that time during the 12 to 1 hour that the student can come and meet with us for the art commission, just so we can have youth also on, as a voice for the art commission as well. So this is going to be something that we are going to try to collaborate, right, and communicate with the superintendent as well as the high school principal. And if that's not an option, then we can look at options for after school or working around the schedule of the youth.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Councilmember Galvin?
I kind of like the idea that Jackie said, maybe the commission can go and meet at the high school. It provides an opportunity for not just that youth to be there as a member, but the other youth, at the high school that maybe want to sit in the meeting and maybe learn what's going on, right, with the Arts Commission. I think it's a way to get the youth involved and interested in serving in these committees.
I think that would be, any other points before? Go ahead, Councilor
No,
Vasquez.
yeah, I would agree with Councilor Member Galvan with that. I think it would be best if those meetings can be held at the high school.
Deputy Mayor Hart?
I think the commission, when they met and talked about it, it was and I like what you said, Councilor Galvan, about it being exposing the art commission to more than, just 1 or 2 people. As you probably know, we've also established a art, what is that called? Jackie, what's the registry?
Artist registry.
The artist registry. We're also looking at putting together a list of different places in town where we could maybe have for murals and that sort of thing. But we really did want to include the youth in the art commission because there's a lot of kids whose art, they don't get the exposure that they need. And so that's why we wanted to include that. We think we need that fresh look at what art looks like to the kids of the community.
I think it's a great idea to want to add a youth voice onto this commission. With that being said, how would we read this into the record? Would we still entertain the idea of providing lunch hour refreshments, or if the student or the commission would hold these meetings at the high school, is that something that would eliminate this part of the amendment?
I think for now, if you amend the code, then we can decide on the lunch hour and meeting location later.
Okay, I think that's a good idea. Any other comments?
I
Councilmember?
think that if you involve the art teachers over there, they'd probably be very receptive to the whole idea of spending lunchtime in there. I've noticed a lot of kids go in there at lunchtime, to Saul's room. And
That'd probably be a good place to.
it'd be a great place to have a meeting about the Arts Commission.
Yeah. Good suggestion.
And some of the members of the commission have already reached out to arts teachers at various schools here in Sunnyside.
Great, great. So it seems like some outreach is happening. I love the idea of including educators in on this, and I look forward to having a youth representative on this commission. Our youth definitely bring in a voice that not many of us carry here, and it's always important to be inclusive of all experiences in these conversations and decision making. So, any other questions? What is the desire of council?
I'd like to move to adopt the ordinance amending the Sunnyside Municipal Code Section 2.50.150 B regarding Art Commission membership to include a youth representative.
I'll second.
Motion by Deputy Mayor Hart, second by Councilmember Galvan. Any debate? Okay, I'll go down a roll call. Counselor Dolan,
Yes.
Counselor Galvan,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Hart, Counselor Vasquez,
Yes.
Counselor Chavez,
Yes.
Counselor Cesati.
Yes.
I too vote yes. Motion carries. Item G, City Council assignments, Mayor's assignments to subcommittees, boards, and commissions. So I have the list here before me listing the subcommittees. Jackie, do I just go through each section? And if there's objection, we can do a roll call?
Yes, or you can talk amongst each other and see who wants to participate in either of these.
Okay.
The mayor usually, they look at the list from the last year and compare and see who's available.
Okay, so the subcommittees, council members, I'll go ahead and start from the top. Those who are serving on the subcommittee on public safety were then Deputy Mayor Galvan, Councilor Hart, and Councilor Vasquez. I would love, I think, for one of the councilors to continue on this subcommittee and probably interchange ourselves with some of the newly sworn in council members to, I guess, create some exposure onto said committee. For the committee around public safety, I would actually like to nominate Tom Dolan, Councilmember Tom Dolan, if he's
I'd
willing.
accept that.
I would also like to nominate Councilmember Chavez.
I will accept that.
And I would also like to appoint, if she wants to continue on this, Councilor Vasquez. If not, we can come back to this one.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Any objection? Councilmember Dolan, Councilmember Chavez, Councilmember Vasquez.
No objection.
Okay. Subcommittee on Finance and Administrative Services. The Subcommittee on Finance and oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't read into the record the purpose of the subcommittee around public safety. So the subcommittee around public safety will be responsible for advising the council as a whole on all matters related to public safety, and this includes police operations, fire operations, and emergency management procedures and policies. Moving on to Subcommittee on Finance and Administrative Services. The Subcommittee on Finance and Administrative Services will be responsible for advising the council as a whole on all matters related to finance and administrative services. This includes finance operations, budgetary procedures, and policies, personnel policies, and procedures. Formerly serving on this subcommittee was then Deputy Mayor Galvan, Councilor Vasquez, and then Councilor Ripley. Councilor Galvan, would you be agreeable to continue on this subcommittee?
Yeah, I could serve on it. I did have some suggestions on that committee if I would prefer to see it come before a council as a whole instead of just 3 council members in there. Maybe something that could be discussed in a study session. That way we all know at the same time and we all get the information at the same time.
I think that's a great idea. I'll go ahead and add to this after Councilor Vasquez.
Yes, so being on that, being on that finance and administrative subcommittee, I would agree 100% with Councilor Galvan, just because of the fact that there is a lot of communication going on in that committee, and it's very, very important, critical information. I think that it should be shared with all of us, not just 3 of us, and I think that would be the best decision moving forward.
Any other comments around finance and administrative services? Jackie, would this require an amendment to the code? So, Councilmember Galvan, you're saying that instead of having a subcommittee around the finance and administrative services, that the council as a whole would meet monthly or set some sort of meeting cadence with the finance director and the city manager, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you could definitely seat us just to have a name assigned to it. But when we come down to meeting, then we meet as a whole during the study session.
Deputy Mayor Hart?
I think I like the idea. I think one of the problems with some of these subcommittees, any one of them, is that the committees forget sometimes that they are to report back to the council as a whole. Because there's always, like you say, there's always a lot going on in each one of these, like with any one of these subcommittees. So to bring, I think with having the 3 people on the finance and admin services, then do bring it back and talk to the whole council, maybe in a workshop setting, so that everybody is on the same page with what's happening. Is that what you're trying to?
Yeah, and I know that's a process, but sometimes it's just so much information.
Sure.
And then we get so little bit of time when we do report. I mean, everybody has to report, right? I think you're in YV Cog and I've heard a few of the reports, but not necessarily all of them. So that's why, knowing how our finances are, I think we should change it up, at least for that one.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, any other comments around this?
You have 3 people.
Do you mind if I make a suggestion? A
Yes,
recommendation?
Julie.
Is
that Julie?
Yes,
Okay.
sorry, it's your attorney. So I do recommend that you continue with a subcommittee to at least have the ability to run little things by this 3-person group, because there is going to be open meeting considerations and whatnot and public records and stuff. But then I do agree, because they are such big issues, that you probably should set a special workshop time for the whole council to be involved with them.
I think that's a really great idea. I know that there was discussion amongst us, maybe it was probably December at this point, but to establish budget review, if monthly or quarterly. So maybe we can go ahead and move in that direction to make sure that we are consistently bringing up the budget, so we don't lose sight on the expenditures, and making sure that everything is as aligned as it can be. So Deputy Mayor Hart, would you like to serve on this committee?
Yes, please.
And I would also like to nominate Leticia Cesati to serve on the Finance and Administrative Services Subcommittee.
Sure, I'll accept.
Subcommittee on Public Works, I would like to nominate Councilmember Dolan to serve on the Subcommittee on Public Works. The Subcommittee on Public Works will be responsible for advising the council on all matters related to public works. This includes water operations, sewer operations, street maintenance, facilities operations and maintenance, parks operations and maintenance, and recreational facility operations and maintenance. Would you be willing to serve on this subcommittee?
I'd be happy to.
I feel like you bring really great experience.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I can handle that.
Councilmember Galvan, would you like to serve on this?
Yeah, I could serve on it.
Councilmember Chavez, would you like to serve on this?
It would be great for me to serve on that one.
Thank you. Subcommittee on Community Development. The Subcommittee on Community Development will be responsible for advising the council on all matters related to planning, community, and economic development. Council Member Vasquez, would you be willing to serve on the subcommittee?
Yes, I'll continue.
Council or Deputy Mayor Hart, would you like to serve on this?
Yes. Sorry, the pause was not for effect. I was just, couldn't get my mouth to work. Yes.
And just making sure that we have. I was gonna nominate Counselor Chavez. I know that you have a passion for community development. If there's anybody else that really would like to take this position, go ahead and say now. Otherwise, we can go with Counselor Chavez.
I have a question.
Yes.
So for this position, I know it's a council liaison position.
This is,
Or is this a different
this
one?
is a different.
Okay,
This is a subcommittee, so this is just comprised of council members.
okay, perfect.
Because there's the other one
Yeah,
that you.
that's what I was questioning. Okay.
Councilmember Chavez, you're on two subcommittees, so if you believe that this is stretching your commitment, I can go on to the next person, or you can confirm
When would that start?
almost immediately. So you would
'Cause
tomorrow,
I know February. I know
bring your
February.
shovel.
I know February is going to be very busy for me. I will be getting ready to ref state and regionals for wrestling, so it makes it a little tough. But that's why I was asking when it starts. But I'd be happy to help out with that.
Thank you, Councilmember Chavez. Okay, Subcommittee on Rules. The Subcommittee on Rules will be responsible for reviewing the City Council's rules of procedure and recommending additions, amendments, and other such changes as necessary or as directed by the Committee of the Whole. Previously serving on this was then Mayor Boersma, Deputy Mayor Galvan, and myself as a council member. This is comprised of the mayor, the deputy mayor, and then one council member. Councilmember Cesati, would you like to serve with the Deputy Mayor Hart and I
Yes.
on the Rules Committee?
Yes.
Thank you. That concludes our my nominations for the subcommittees. Moving on to commissions, committees, and boards. Community and Economic Development Commission. Councilor Vasquez, you were serving on that. Would you like to continue serving on this commission?
I will.
LTAC. The Deputy Mayor, then Deputy Mayor Galvan was serving on this. I would like to nominate Deputy Mayor Hart Deputy Mayor, are you agreeable to serving on the LTAC committee?
Yes.
Arts Commission, Counselor Hart, you've kicked off this commission and it seems like you all are on great trajectory. Would you like to continue staying on the Arts Commission?
I would like to get that really good and solid, yes.
Airport Advisory Board, I believe this is a board that really needs some work and some energy around this. Councilmember Dolan, would you like to serve on this board?
I would like to serve on that board.
Parks and Recreation, Councilmember Chavez, I know you have a passion for sports and networking in the community. I know that you are very popular across the state, being asked to ref for wrestling at the moment, and you are in hot demand. Would you like to serve on the Parks and Recreation Board on behalf of the city?
Yes, I would. I would love to.
Sunnyside United Unidos, I was sitting on this committee, and I believe it comes with a lot of networking opportunity. I wanted to take the time to nominate Councilmember Sasati to serve as a liaison to this committee. Are you agreeable to that?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Driving Rural Yakima Valley's Economy. Councilor Sasati, you were serving on this. I know that they meet very infrequently. I was going to go ahead and put myself here unless somebody else is aching to be on this committee.
What is this again? Driving?
Driving Rural Yakima Valley's Economy. Jackie, do you have any other information on?
Don't arm wrestle.
You punched in first. So the Drive Committee, that is kind of an offshoot of coming out of YV-COG. It's the Lower Valley. They don't like to call it the Lower Valley. Agencies get together and focus on projects of importance to them and look at grant opportunities and things of this nature. So that's what the Drive Committee is.
Thank you. Thank you for that, Jim, Mr. City Manager. The last one on here, YV-COG isn't on here, Jackie? Is that something that we need to approve today? The last one on my list, though, is the Yakima County Solid Waste Advisory Group. Is there someone that would like to take that on? Councilmember Galvan, you don't have one. Is this something that you would like to sit on?
Yeah, that's fine.
I was gonna say, it sounds so sexy.
YV-COG.
Two.
I need two for YV-COG. Okay. Can I nominate myself?
Sure.
Okay.
Ah.
For YV-COG, I would like to move up as primary and would like to nominate Councilmember Sasati to be the alternate.
Sure.
And Mayor, I believe we need one for the executive is what Chief was reminding me of.
Okay, and it's gonna take some getting used to. Deputy Mayor Hart, you've been serving on the executive. Is this something that you would like to remain on?
I would like to continue on there. There's some things happening with the crime lab, some things happening in transportation. I think we're going to really be seeing move forward in the next coming year, and I'd like to continue with that growth and development.
Okay.
And of course, report.
Councilmember Galvan, I put myself as primary. Is this something that you would want?
You can stand primary.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm willing to negotiate this one.
No, go for it. Take it.
Okay, so Deputy Mayor Hart will continue on the exec. I will move into primary, and Councilmember Sasati will come in as our alternate for YV-COG. Okay, this concludes the mayor's nominations to subcommittees and commissions, committees, and boards. please connect with Jackie, the city manager, to make sure that we are moving the meetings forward. These are really important because you come back and continue advising the council, and you get feedback from the community. So please make sure that you all remain proactive in both parts. Letter H on the agenda, Olympia and Washington DC visit. Appoint council members to visit Olympia and Washington DC to lobby. Mr. City Manager.
Yeah, so our consulting group, the Capital Path, has asked us if any council members are available that would like to visit Olympia. We'll start with Olympia first, and then we'll move to Washington DC later. So it's on the table for discussion. It's to visit the upcoming session, and they're looking for volunteers if we're interested. So,
Council members, any questions?
I'd just like to ask.
Deputy Mayor?
Councilman Galvan, you know, how the process went last year, if you can, so we kind of know what we'd be getting into. Because you guys came back with $1.something million for several projects here in Sunnyside, so.
Just smile and shake hands and ask for money.
Okay. I think that's
No, I mean,
doable.
it was a good
Yeah.
process of meeting, you know, what the process is when you meet, you know, your representatives in Olympia. Definitely a good thing for city council to be able to attend those on an annual basis, so.
and some of the information, Capital Path, when they presented to us here a few weeks ago in session, they took notes, and there were some projects that were identified by council, and they submitted documentation or had prepared it ready to go to Olympia for potential approval of funding. So
I have a question. How many people are they looking for to join in on Olympia, and how many people to join in on Washington DC? And I'm assuming it's not going to be the same people, or do we want the same people?
it's your council. You guys figure out what you want to do.
And what are the dates?
I have not got the dates
No
yet,
dates, okay.
but I know the Washington session is coming up very fast.
I know somebody mentioned January
21st and
20
22nd.
21st and 22nd.
I think.
Yeah, and I typically have a standing meeting with the Capital Path Group on Tuesdays at 10:30. So I'll be discussing this tomorrow with them. So we'll get some information out on when those dates would be to go to Olympia and to Washington DC. But it's council's desire as to how many they would like to send.
Council members, any of you have a burning desire to join the lobbyists in
Smile
the,
and wave and shake hands if that's what it's gonna take. I'd be willing.
I too would be interested in attending the Olympia City Action Days.
Councilmember Vasquez?
Or which one?
Olympia on around January 21st and 22nd.
So for this month, I wouldn't be available.
You wouldn't be, okay. Councilmember Dolan?
I'd be interested in DC if we've switched to that yet. I was sent there by my.
You want to
previous
take a whole
employer.
trip?
Well, I kind of like that place back there.
It's a good place to visit.
Okay, I'll put you down for that. So Councilmember Galvan, would you like to take a trip up to Olympia?
I can. I have surgery coming up, and then my daughter has surgery as well coming up around those days. So
Okay. I would be willing to go as well. If you need if they need a third person. So for Olympia, we have confirmed Councilmember Cesati, Deputy Mayor Hart, and myself for the trip to Olympia. Washington DC, although we don't have the dates
Right.
for that, is there any interest amongst the council?
All going.
So that leads me to my point. We don't have a lot of money either. So
Sure, bring that
buzzkill.
Let's hold some car washes.
It's a long plane ride.
So we have Councilmember Dolan interested in traveling over to Washington DC. Councilmember Vasquez.
I would just need the dates, but if it works, then I'm
Tentatively
agreeable.
put you down? You said we don't have a lot of money. Is there a number that you can throw out there of how many of us can go, or should we just put down the interest list and then figure out the monies? Okay, okay, we have the power to amend the budget. Oh, okay. So Councilmember Dolan, Councilmember Vasquez, Councilmember Galvan,
I would need to know dates. Yeah, with,
should I put you down on the interest list?
sure, put me down and then we'll see, depending on dates.
So if it's council's desire, once I get a number, a head count tomorrow after my meeting, I can see what dates they're planning on, and then we'll just have Jackie, I'll just poll the council if you're available on these dates, if that works.
That sounds good.
Okay?
Deputy Mayor Hart,
Yes, what?
would you like to go to Washington? Would you like to be placed on the interest list for Washington DC?
You know, that is a real bucket list for me, but I'm going to pass on
Okay.
Washington DC.
And
Maybe next year.
Councilmember Sasati,
I'd be
I
interested,
don't know if I skipped you.
but
Okay,
I'd also like to know dates.
okay.
I could give dates on Olympia. It's gonna be the 21st and 22nd of January.
Okay, so it is those, okay. Councilmember Chavez, I'm sorry, I skipped you. Do you, are you wanting to go up to Olympia with our, lobbying consultants on January 21st and 22nd? The chief of police just confirmed the dates.
I can put me down as interest, but I gotta check where my schedule's at for work.
Okay. How about Washington DC?
The same thing, put me down for interest and I'll look at where I'm at in regards to my schedule at work.
Okay, thank you. So I'm just gonna just revisit the lists for Olympia. Our interest list is Councilmember Sasati, Deputy Mayor Hart, Councilmember Chavez, and myself. For Washington DC, we have a little longer interest list here. Councilmember Dolan, Councilmember Vasquez, Councilmember Galvan, Councilmember Sasati, Councilmember Chavez. And I put myself down. I think that we can confirm the amount of us that can go once we know the dates and we know how much we have in budget. I too would have to know the exact dates to actually, to make a final confirmation. So I think for now, we can take both lists and just keep those handy. But for Olympia and Washington DC. You'll go? What is the desire of council?
To what?
To make a motion to approve
Mayor,
the appointment.
I just put that tabled there in case there was a motion, but you don't have to do it.
We don't have to motion this? Okay.
Not at this time.
Did you write down the names that I just
I
read
did,
into the
yes.
record? Okay, so our city clerk has the names, and we will be following up.
Yes.
Right, okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay, moving on. Items from council members. Mayor's appointments for boards and commissions. We just did that.
No.
Or is
That's for
this,
people
oh,
to
this
serve
is
on.
for the applicants.
We can- Madam Mayor,
Yes.
we can probably set a meeting so that we can relook at the applications, see if there's what interest there is.
I know there's applications for the housing authority, and those applications have been in our inbox for quite some time now. I think it would be a good idea for the Rules Committee to meet as soon as possible to go to hold a review of the applicants. The Councilmember Galvan and the then Mayor Dean Boersma talked about potentially putting together some interviews since there was a big interest around the housing authority. So maybe that's going to be a topic for discussion as soon as we meet so we can get the ball rolling and get back to the folks that have been waiting for a response. For the housing authority, go ahead.
And Jackie, real quick, can you let us know which ones we still have openings in?
Yes, there is one vacancy in the Lodging Tax Advisory Committee, and that is for one collector of lodging tax. One vacancy in the Arts Commission, one vacancy in the Boards and Parks and Rec. They're starting up again, so they have one vacancy. Two vacancies.
Sorry, not to interrupt you,
Yes.
but the position for Parks and Recs, is that a youth position?
That is a youth position. And then two vacancies for the Housing Authority and two vacancies on the Planning Commission. This is on our website, so it's available if anybody wants to either apply or just see the vacancies. It's available there.
What's the age restriction for the youth?
I think, haven't we said it in?
I think they have to be a senior for Parks and Rec.
Oh, yeah. They have to be a senior for Parks and
Yeah,
Rec.
because they transition out as soon as they graduate.
So a senior at right before this year, or has to be an upcoming senior?
This year.
It would be this year.
Okay.
And I think about with the Arts and Commission, we, youth person, I think we talked about 16, age 16.
I believe the language on the agenda on the packet was high school age, but it didn't specify what age. It just said high school student.
We'll see what we
Mhm.
get.
But I believe Sandra Cesati mentioned that maybe junior, senior, so they would be able to move around if needed. Okay. So thank you, Jackie, for letting us know about the vacancies on some of these boards and commissions. And then the Rules Committee will get together to review some of the other applications for the Housing Authority. B, City Council Request Status Report. Is that you, Ms. City Clerk?
We did, well, yeah,
Or the
just
city-
pull it up.
Okay.
Okay. Hector, Yellowstone Trail?
Yes, sir. So I just got an email from the Association of Yellowstone. Their plaques that finally came in to reorder for the Yellowstone still trail that would be placed out there at the beginning of Yellowstone.
Can we change the request by to Hart? Since Hancock is no longer on the council.
Temporary vendors. Does that answer your questions on the Yellowstone Trail? Temporary vendors?
Yeah, that one's still under review with Julia or Mrs. Norton. I think me and Hector need to meet with her hopefully sometime this week, next week, to get those ironed out. So just a few little changes. Thank you, Corey.
Then farm implement machinery, I have not yet touched base with insurance or Mr.
Leave.
Sleeve, thank you. I
Greg
could,
Sleeve,
like,
so.
it's hard to say his name suddenly.
You can throw
And
my
can-
name up on that one.
Yeah, you want, yeah?
We
Go
talk
on.
to him on a regular basis.
Yeah, that would be great.
Boys and Girls Club, I haven't done anything on that one yet, so I need to get working on that one too. So that's that was a pet project of former Councilmember Hancock.
I was wondering if, where's the person who is on the Parks and Rec?
That would be Mr.
Councilmember Chavez?
Yeah, maybe let's put, would you be interested in following through on that? Well, you can ask him that. That's not my question. You do it.
Councilmember Chavez, did you hear Deputy Mayor Hart?
I did. Yeah,
She's
that'd be-
asking
that'd
if
be
you would
fine.
like to be put on the status report list to connect with the city manager around the item around Boys and Girls Club.
Yes, that'd be fine. Thank you.
Thank you.
Community center.
So, I have, sent a contract to Mrs. Norton. I received it back and I have the signature already signed for, the soccer. So we do have that in place now at the community center, and it is in place with also pickleball. And, so the contracts are already made. I've been meeting with, other organizations to see who else would like to use the community center. We just got to make sure everybody is. That's not me.
That's my duck.
Okay. That. Wow. Now I'm all. Sorry, guys. Now. I know.
Mr. Dolan's new to the council. He's not aware that there's a standing rule. If your phone goes off on the dais, you are responsible for balancing the city's budget.
I'll get right on that.
Okay.
So I am talking to other organizations to use the community center also. So.
So
the
I know
meeting
that,
is order.
Mr. Galvan is on there. Can you put me on there for that one too with the community center? Thank you.
Okay, Safari downtown building status. Corey?
Yeah, I still have had no luck getting a hold of the record owner of that building, so I'm gonna keep trying until we get there, so.
I'd be happy to jump in on that one with you.
So change that to Dolan.
I believe I also know the owner to that place. You can,
Yeah, if
you
you
can
could
add
give me
me to
some-
that one.
If you could give me
Yes,
some
I can-
contact info, that would be great.
I can do that.
Awesome.
Allen Road is, will be on our tip amendment. So, we just gotta wait till the year get together and get that taken care of.
Right, and I would request that council, we can remove that one because that's really going to be brought back in a STIP amendment or the STIP presentation when we identify that as a regular project. It's a little bit different than these other ones right here. So if you don't mind, I'd like to remove that one from the status as that's going to be on the STIP. So
I'm fine with that.
that's all.
We can add some too, right?
Sure.
In as much as recently we had a meeting with the Yakima Homeless Coalition, and I attended that meeting at the request of Mr. Galvan, and I was elected to their executive board. But I would like to add homelessness onto our status report for future information coming forward on that. In as much as that's part of the somewhere between the Planning Commission and Public Works with the homelessness and also with the fire chief or the police chief. So I didn't throw you in there, but there's monies out there for some housing and we need to be more aware of that. So if we could put that on our status report for ongoing updates on that. And I'd be happy to be
Sponsor.
of that.
Okay.
And it's,
If I can get some information, I'll be more than happy to look it up and see what we can do and work with Mrs.
Right.
Taylor,
There's-
Chief Lehman.
and I will, if it's okay, I can set a meeting with you guys and kind of tell you what came out of that board.
That'd be great.
Yeah, and just, well, I don't want to steal my thunder on my report coming up, but, we are, having those folks come to a presentation on the February 2nd
Good.
as Commissioner Curtis on February
Yeah, I
2nd.
remembered that
Yeah.
that was some of, knew there was something else that I wanted to mention, but that's awesome.
Yep.
We talked about that too, so.
I'd like to add something as well.
Go ahead, Counselor Vasquez.
Yeah, so I'd like to entertain the possibility of us even implementing some wayfinding signage in Sunnyside. It's something that the Community and Economic Development Committee has been speaking about, and I think it's very necessary. So I'd like to add that and see what we can do, what resources are available, and have that started up here.
What kind of signs are they?
Wayfinding.
Wayfinding like downtown and kind of just highlighting.
Like markers.
Yes, exactly.
Mark there.
To attract more tourism.
Make it easier to find our points of tourism.
Exactly.
So there's that.
Anything else, council members, to add to the status report? It looks good as is for now, for the time being. We can move on. Thank you, Jackie, for recording that. Other reports, announcements, and/or questions by council. I'll go ahead and start at the end there with Councilmember Cesati.
Nothing to report, no questions.
Councilmember Vasquez.
No, nothing to report this time around, but I just want to say Happy New Year's and I wish you all the very best in everything and every aspect of your lives.
Councilmember Dolan.
Yeah, I was looking at something on here. Some of these that we volunteered to take up on, how do we find out the status of, say, the Safari building and what has taken place so far?
What was it you're needing there?
Well, the Safari building, I wasn't real clear on what was going to be taking place with that.
Yeah, well, the question that came up, what is going on with it? You know, as far as ongoing, I know there's been a lot of issues since the fire.
Because just
legal issues, you know, is it, my big concern with it is that it's not being dilapidated from the inside out, you know, rain. I know it does have a roof and everything on it. It appears secure. I don't think we've got any major issues going on, but I just wanted to just verify and see where it's at and see if there was anything that we could help do to move it forward to get, you know, one less vacant building downtown.
I believe they're still fighting a legal issue with that building. So I know the owner and the builder that was working on it. So I know that there's a legal issue going on with that. That's why I kind of wanted to sit in on that because I can see if I can help with that.
And that would include the lot next door, right?
I don't believe so.
No.
That was part of the.
They're two separate owners.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you. Does that answer your question, Councilmember Dolan?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
Councilmember Galvan?
Nothing to report.
Deputy Mayor Hart?
I have a couple of things. The one I mentioned already about being elected to the executive board for the Yakima County Homeless Coalition. So there's that. And then also recently was witness to a really interesting thing. And I think Police Chief Lehman probably could flesh it out a little bit, but there's a young man in town. I believe he has some serious mental issues, and he kind of tends to, his behavior is escalated to the point where he's trying to get into people's cars. He's trying to walk in and get food. He's taking people's purses over at different businesses down along Yakima Valley Highway. I think I'm wondering if there's not something that could be done mental health wise and maybe with Child Protective Services, if his parent could be turned over to Child Protective Services in as much as that child, I don't know how old he is, but in as much as this particular child is not being taken care of properly. Yeah, I don't know.
So
It
if
sounds
you
like a
walk back-
lot.
If you walk to the back patrol area of the police department, that is the biggest frustration they have right now. So that young gentleman is not able to be charged with any crimes. And we've been told specifically by the juvenile court judge, don't even arrest him, don't bother him. In the last week, he's approached officers twice with boxing gloves on and tried to fight him. Every time that we contact him, officers are directed to call his caseworker over at Children's Services. and they have been. They're trying to get a new evaluation done to see if he can be charged with a crime, but apparently that's 8 weeks pending. This has gone, I think, all the way up to a regional director at Children's Family Services. So yeah, we're well aware of him. We deal with him 5 times a day.
Yeah, I witnessed where he was actually trying to assault one of the police officers. It was not too long ago, I think about 2 weeks ago. And
That happened again yesterday and this morning, so.
it really, it's, to me, it's just getting more and more, his behavior is escalating and getting more and more dangerous as,
Yeah, I think he's well aware of there's really no consequences.
Ah.
And so, yeah, it has escalated significantly. It's been going on for probably, I'd say, 5 months now. So
I'm just wondering if there's not, the parents should be, because I understand there's something about parental rights and so on and so forth. that-
I'll just say that Family Services knows the situation they're dealing with the family, so.
Well, I know that I know it's been a frustration for the officers and also for some of the business owners in that corridor. And so if we can,
Yeah, the business owners are the ones that are taking the brunt of it, you
Yeah.
know.
yeah.
I've been approached by several community members, actually 3, they were asking me to see what I could find out about the situation. And I mean, they didn't want to hurt him, but he wants to hurt them.
Right.
And
Yeah, that is the situation. And early on, we were taking him into custody and calling the judge, being, hey, can we book him or not? And the judge finally got to the point where she said, don't call us anymore. There's a evaluation that says he can't be charged. Okay. And so we've been told not to call. That was probably, I got a call from the Yakin County prosecutor on behalf of the judge probably 2 months ago, said, don't call us anymore. So that's when we directed our attention to, well, he already had a caseworker assigned. We were already dealing with Children's Services, but now we call them every single time we deal with them so that they can do what they need to do, whatever that is. So
All I can say is he is in services and CPS is involved. So I'm pretty familiar with that case.
Okay.
one thing we do though is, the DCRs, the designated crisis responders we have here in the building that work for Comprehensive that are housed here at Sunnyside. I know they went out twice to talk to him today. So they deploy to him regularly. So we've used every resource available to us and we've had meetings to try and find other resources. So we're throwing everything. in.
But it's very frustrating. We were talking with the couple of business owners and it was like, and I see the frustration too for what you can do as far as law enforcement, but it's just need to be aware of it and what can be done.
Well, and the big struggle is, you can't arrest him. So do you go grab him and put him in the back of a car? Well, if he gets hurt or you get hurt, you're going to get sued, because you knew going there, you weren't going to be able to arrest him. So unless he's physically hurting somebody, we can't put hands on him. So to grab him and, like today he's out in the middle of the road. Well, we just have to please get out of the road, please get out of the road. I mean, we can't go, an adult, we'd be like, hey, come on, let's get out of the road. Well, we can't do that with them. So.
Just to add to that, Councilmember Chavez, I know that you come from a background of dealing with mental health and substance abuse. I think that's your current work. I think it's going to be really important for maybe some council members and the police department to come together, maybe some community members and figure out what approach to take. There's got to be a solution. This is a troubled child that's in community, and I don't believe he's the only one. I'm sure there's many out there. Our families go through this. I mean, there's a high substance abuse rates, DV rates in our community, and so forth. But we have to also consider rehabilitation. This is a troubled child, and to continue incriminating him or incriminating his mother or incriminating his family is not going to really lead anyone onto the road of recidivism or, reintegrating into society and helping him stabilize. So I would actually love to hear from Councilor Chavez at one point or hold a meeting somehow to bring in some subject matter experts and figure out what approach we can take as a community. Because this is everybody's problem. It's not just one business member's problem. It is a community problem. And I believe we need a collective approach to this situation, because I don't believe he's the only one roaming the streets and getting into trouble and dealing with these issues. Who knows what's going on at home? But I mean, we assume because of what we know. But that's my input on this, and I would love to call for a meeting to take a deeper dive into this issue.
I think it's a good topic for the Public Safety Committee, and I can probably share a lot more in that meeting.
It'd be great.
Look forward to it.
I had one more thing I wanted to bring up. It almost got away from me, but Mrs. Dolan out there kind of was queuing up, and it's about the museum. Maybe we need to have on our status report, kind of get that up there so that we know what, because I know they're going through the whole remodel, the whole retrofit of the museum and stuff. And if we can get it up there so we don't forget that we're working with it. And so if we could have that on our status report. I meant to say that earlier. I apologize for bringing it back, but that's all I had.
Yeah, and I believe that came from Tony Soto, if I'm not mistaken, the comment around the museum.
Well, I know that there was
it's
kind of like this out there.
Yeah.
But it is something that we're all concerned with, so.
Tony's a member of the museum board.
And are you as well, Councilmember Dole?
Oh, really?
And could I interrupt for a second? I wanted to apologize for my duck getting out. This is
Sounded like a
so
frog.
you know, this is a alarm for medication that I need to take every day. And so I'll try to remember to turn it off or change the time of day. It's kind of a procedure to change the time of day, but we can probably do it so that it doesn't interrupt the meeting anymore. I got scolded by Fausto the last time it happened, so.
Well, everybody's got a duck.
Mayor, sorry. Mayor Fausto, that's gonna be.
I have nothing to report. Councilmember Chavez, do you have anything to report?
I want to just wish everybody a new year. I apologize for not being in person. I've had this trip planned for over a year. And so I'm out of the country. I will be flying back tomorrow, but I'm hoping to see everybody in person. I'm actually really anxious to get home. And thank you very much for everything.
Thank you. Okay, moving on to item D, upcoming council meetings. Ms. City Clerk.
Okay, next meeting is on January 26th. We do have a special meeting with the Sunnyside Industrial Development Committee or Commission at 5:30. And that is with the Port of Sunnyside. Then in our regular meeting, we have the Fire and Police Department swearing in ceremony, the amendment to SMC 16.20.104, and then the preliminary plat of Columbia Heights Phase 2 and 3. After that, we have a study session where you will discuss dispatch, the Yakima County Homeless Strategic Plan with Yakima County Human Services Team that is pending confirmation. Also, a presentation with Catholic Charities. It's a seed application and an update from Radio Cadena.
Thank you for that, Ms. City Clerk. Moving on to staff reports, Mr. City Manager.
Yeah, thank you. As the city clerk mentioned, Chief and I met last week with Radio KNDA. He brought us some information. Did a very nice presentation. He wanted to talk about the what they had done with the opioid money that we had gave them for public what are they called? Advertising, for the public advertising, yes. And he had some other really good ideas. And I asked if he would like to do a presentation from the council. He said he would. And so we invited him in here for the February 2nd meeting. So other than that, we are going to kick off some more labor negotiations beginning this week. Those do take time and they take staff time. So if you can't reach some of us, it's probably because we're in those labor negotiations. They are very time consuming. So that I'll turn it over to Chief Lemon.
Okay, I need to get a public safety committee, subcommittee meeting set sooner than later, so I'll be reaching out to you guys probably through Jackie, so we can get that set up sooner than later. Last year, Sunnyside Police Department handled 11,227 calls, 110 DUIs. We conducted 7,864 traffic stops, made 1,785 arrests, and our officers initiated 2,607 calls. Working on an annual report right now for council and the public with some of that data in it. We applied for some traffic safety funding just recently, which would give us a dedicated DUI officer, that they would fund 100% for the first year, 70% and 50% over a 3-year span. We're in the running for 2 spots with like 20 agencies across the state. So we'll see how it goes. We should hear something here the next week or 2. And that's something I'll bring back to council if you guys are interested. And then I've finally got on the agenda of a Yakima County Canine Foundation later this month about the possibility of getting the canine down here. The Canine Foundation does do a significant amount of the paying for the training, the car outfit, the dog's equipment and everything else. So it'll be very little cost actually. So I'm going to make a presentation to them here in about 2 weeks. So that's all I have.
So I'll jump in real quick for Chief Cameron Holbrook. He's not here today for training. He did send his information out, and I'll make it as brief as possible because I can't understand his numbers. 2025 year-end call volume was 4,401 incidents, and they had 3,384.75 training hours last year. If I read this correctly, the statistics year to date, responses 132, daily average is 11. Last week they had 98. I believe this is where I'm getting lost. These are his numbers. So they had projected responses of 4,533, and he said that they did 4,401. So I'm going to leave it at that and let the chief explain this because I know I'm going to butcher it. His numbers don't make sense to me. He's got year to date, and then he's got numbers that are way too small. So anyway, if you got any questions, I believe you did send this to the council. If you got any questions, please reach out to Chief Holbrook and touch base with him. So,
Okay.
So Mr. Taylor.
All right, well, we're just trying to keep the day-to-day permits, planning department going there. 2025, we had 334 building permits issued, which resulted in 1,341 inspections for the year. Quite a task there. There are several other departments on here. You guys all received the email on the totals on them, so I won't go through all the department stuff because Hector can take care of his on the public works side. The other bigger thing I'm trying to do in OpenGov is get all of our applications switched over to the English, Spanish on the questions. That is still in my priority there. I just haven't had time to work on it. So any questions on any of that, feel free to give me a call. We could dive much deeper into these numbers if you choose. So I'm more than happy to.
Go ahead, Deb.
Mr. Taylor, can you kind of, on the revenue end of, I know you have a nice list of all the revenue that collected. Do you have like a total, just a total number? Because it reads like lots and lots of money.
Yeah. Well, on the first page on it, it shows all records total. That is everything that went through the OpenGov system altogether. And then below that, it breaks it down by department. And I can even break it down by permit type, how many re-roofs or, we can go a lot deeper into them, but yeah,
Would you mind us putting that on the record?
Yeah, the total records created or permits issued was 1,128 with 1,718 inspections. And the total revenue collected through that is $1,330,477.07.
Thank you.
So
It's nice to know what that number is because that's an important part of our budget as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Corey.
Mr. Mejia.
Yes, So for Open Glove, Public Works, permitted 124, permit issues. We did 62, inspections that got completed. For parks, we had, 73 permits issued and 7 inspections, that was completed. For the community development, obviously, we had 49 permit issues, 11 inspections. Most of the planning process do not require permits, only letters of approval. So we've been working pretty hard about that. Again, if you want to get together, we can break this down even more through our water services, street excavations, everything like that. I'm working day to day, working on all my committees that I have, and working hard together with Mr. Bridges, keeping Public Works go.
Thank you. I just notified that Chief Halbert has chimed in here. I guess he didn't like the way I butchered his report, so. Chief Halbert.
Hey, sorry about that. No, I was on Zoom and just wanted to let you guys know I was here and I've been watching on YouTube as well, trying to multitask, but I can try and clarify, Jim, not a bad job overall. I'll give you that. But just on the data I sent out earlier today, and so at the bottom, he had mentioned our total call volume for 2025. And then the part towards the top of the document, those are our year-to-date call volume thus far for 2026. Our average daily call volume for 2026 is 11, and our projected call volume for 2026 is that 4,500 number there. And then the train hours are again for year-to-date for 2026. So stand for any questions if you have them. And again, I apologize for my absence and unconventional methods today.
Thank you, Chief.
I got something for Hector, maybe. Do you want to kind of share your whole new role with the census this year?
Yes. So with the census, got a letter, actually, and filled it out. Ms. Fossil, Mayor Fossil, sorry. You will also be part of this. So census is going to be setting, actually how many people we have in the city of Sunnyside. So I have a choice whether to go out to everybody in the community and say, and ask the question. And we obviously know that that's going to take a long time and a lot out of my time. Or I can go the estimate way that they have, but there's other things that would be going along with it. I will be choosing the estimate because this is my first year working on the census. And yeah, so that's going to take some time and my role getting to know it. So
Hector, I believe on the actual hand count, that has to be an approved method. Isn't that what the document says?
Yes, there has to be an approved method. So I will be doing some meetings with census. My first one will be March 13th. And then I actually have one here at the end of this month, January 21st. So I will be working hard on this.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Jafet?
We've just been working with staff to, keep up with some of the moves we have going on, keeping everybody working and working with vendors to kick off the biggest project we got going on is moving us to Office 365. So there's going to be some prep work that goes into that before we can actually start moving mailboxes. So those are, and we'll have a few other projects that'll kick off here at the beginning of the year.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you, Japheth.
I just on that same note, that when you talked about the emails, that's when we're gonna have the individual email situation. You were going out for licensing on that. You said something about that earlier in during budget hearings.
Correct. At the end of last year, we spoke about changing the way we do Microsoft licensing.
Right.
Where all our email was housed in-house. We're going to Office 365, which is out in the cloud and a little more, in some cases, more reliable because you can access it from anywhere as long as you have internet.
Thank you.
Is Monica doing,
I believe she's off.
she's off?
She's actually on vacation. She's back in Alabama right now. So she requested when she got done with finance that she could be dismissed. Because it's, I believe it's probably about 11:30 back there.
3 hours difference, yep.
Okay. Well, council, we do have an executive session on the agenda for 10 minutes. If there's no objection, I would like to ask if you all are agreeable with having a 10-minute recess before going into the executive session. There's some folks here that maybe some of us want to just say, go up to and give our thanks for them showing up to some of our swearing-ins. If it's 5 to 10 minutes, are you agreeable with 10?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, and then we can resume in 10 minutes and go into executive session? Yep. Okay. With no objection, we will resume we will go into a 10-minute recess.
You don't get your hands in the way.
Yes.
No, she's reading that.
Okay, will you
We're back in session.
back in session?
So we're back in session, and up next on the agenda is an executive session for 10 minutes. And now I will recite the RCW to put into the record. It's RCW 42.30.110. 1G, to evaluate the qualifications of an applicant for public employment or to review the performance of a public employee. Possible action is expected. Now, council, we have 10 minutes on the clock. Is there, would any of y'all like to add more time to the executive session if you think we will need it?
30?
30? Okay, so we will extend the time from 10 to 30 minutes.
Starting. I'm going to unlock the meeting. Live stream is on, so you can go back into session.
Okay, we are back into regular session. No. Oh,
Bang that gavel.
I was used to that one. That one never was doesn't turn off on me. So we're back into regular session. Thank you all for waiting. There was no action taken. However, the council has agreed to convene again on Friday for a special meeting to go back into executive session at 5 p.m. Is there any objection or other comments?
No objection.
Nope.
Okay. Well,
No further action.
if there's no other action, we will go ahead and adjourn this meeting. Thank you, council members, for a productive discussion today.